This is Otto, and today we have a look at the Sinn 144 GMT titanium. This Sinn 144 GMT titanium is used for almost 25 years. So the report can be pretty precise about everything concerning this watch. There is a downturn. Sinn doesn't offer the 144 in a titanium housing anymore, only stainless. But anyway, you can still buy the stainless version at specialized dealers or from the Sinn webshop, since Sinn business case was the direct selling business ever since anyway. And then, if you ever heard about the ingenuity of Sinn as a watchmaker, and you are still wondering how come and why insiders are telling that, although the NASA has sent the Omega Speedmaster to the moon, you'll get a part of the answer within the next minutes. Helmut Sinn, a former pilot in World War II, established his company with the production of onboard clocks and instrumental or pilot's watches in 1961. This Sinn 144 chronograph was designed by himself in the early 1970s. There was a kind of fashion trend with sporty-looking chronographs sparked by the Porsche design company. Actually, dial and hands look like the instruments of a Porsche 911 car. Sure, same designer. Sinn offers a space chronograph too, the model number 142, worn by a German astronaut on a space mission. However, the model 142 had a Lemania caliber 5100, the very same one that was used by Omega for their Speedmaster. This 144 was ordered from Sinn in 1996. It was available in a steel housing with a steel or leather bracelet. For some time, there was an option to order it with a titanium housing and a titanium bracelet too. It's available with a day-date complication or a second hour hand, called GMT complication, for displaying the time in another time zone. Back then, the dehumidifying technology was an option too. When ordering, this GMT complication and the titanium housing were chosen. Over the years, the watch proved to be a sturdy and quite well-regulated companion. The accuracy is always quite constant at plus 5 seconds per day. When it was time for the next cleaning and lubrication service, the watch communicated this by starting to run slow, like minus 5 seconds a day or more. Usually this happened after 5 years. Prior to the last overhaul, however, the website was studied a little more focused. There, Sinn technologies are introduced and the advantages of the Diapal escapement are explained. Quote Sinn website. In this case, we select special pairs of materials that work together without lubrication and without causing friction, ensuring long-term accuracy of the movement and particularly of the Swiss anchor escapement. End quote. On top, I started to understand the benefit of filling the housing with argon gas and the use of a drying capsule, as well as the use of special gasket material called EDR with an extremely low diffusion rate. It's to prevent moisture diffusing into the housing and causing lubricants to degenerate over the time. Now, after 6 years in use and working frequently in places with high moisture content, the watch doesn't show any sign of aging or the necessity to have another oil service soon. It still runs plus 5 seconds a day. The drying capsule has a window that is still white. The capsule should be replaced when it turns blue. Guess there is some more time left. The technical data. Housing and strap are made of titanium. The strap has an extension for a diver suit. It has a case diameter of 40.8 mm. 14.3 is relatively thick. The lugs are 20 mm wide. Lug to lug width is 42 mm. The overall mass with titanium housing and bracelet is 108 gram. Inside is a Valjoux 7752 caliber since the last inspection update with a proprietary Sinn Diapal escapement. The housing is filled with argon and a dry capsule is mounted into the case at 7 o'clock position. 6 years after the last service, it still has an accuracy of constant plus 5 seconds per day. Dials are non-gloss black. The inside dial contains stopwatch subdials at 12 and 6 o'clock. At 9 o'clock there is a second subdial and a date window at 3 o'clock. There's a window on the bottom so that the movement is widely visible. Just by the way, if you haven't so far, please subscribe and click the bell. It really means a lot to me. If you have liked it, you can leave a thumbs up too. Thank you. When the 144 was ordered in 1996, the price for the GMT version with titanium housing and titanium bracelet was a little below 2,000 Deutsche Mark, approximately $1,500. About 6 years ago, the price for the Diapal and dehumidifying option were approximately €500 or $450. When checking the used watch portal to prepare this video, there are a couple of steel versions of the 144 GMT available, however no titanium one. It can be estimated that the used 144 GMT titanium range at no less than probably €5,000 or $5,000 to $6,000. In other words, the Sinn 144 GMT titanium, this instrumental workhorse, has doubled or tripled its value over the last 25 years. Any drawbacks? Yes, there are, but they can be lived with. The luminous red hands of the stopwatch lose color, but they can be replaced during a regular service. And compared to finer chronograph calibers with a bidirectional winding rotor, the rotation of the rotor in this watch can be clearly felt when the wrist is turned quickly. However, this is a sturdy workhorse, no delicate white collar chronograph like the fine El Primero caliber. It's not the versatile watch for all occasions. It's fine for traveling on a plane, seeing the time zones of departure and arrival at a glance. Apart from the stopwatch subdials, it has the look and feel of a typical German Flieger watch for pilots. Yes, certainly, I think these are things people can live with. The Sinn 144 is a very sturdy and reliable watch. It's fine for pilots, globetrotters, outdoor activities, and for people that have to do some frequent hands-on work, while it's not necessarily the perfect match for sitting at a work desk or to be worn when dressed up. Although the design has a very early 1970s look, it doesn't look neither boring nor outdated. Although Sinn is more an insider product than one from the so-called well-known brands, it enjoys the same degree or even more valuation as watches from high-profile brands do. Okay, that's it for this time, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.